Hello, I'm Brigantia, Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Sunday. It's time to take another look at the god Thor. This time we'll focus on his associations with the household and fertility, and it's all going to revolve around his hammer, Mjolnir. Now, first, he's known for blessing agriculture, and the hammer Mjolnir was actually used to physically bless the harvest. It would be sanctified by it, and this would sustain and enrich the household. Now, farming attends to two of the basic human needs, both food and clothing. A bountiful harvest makes the difference between life and death, and this is one of the reasons why Thor, and really any deity that's associated with agriculture or hunting, has such prominence in both ancient and modern times. Because without this continuation of the cycle and it being safeguarded and protected as best as what can be, well, things go very badly very, very quickly. Without food, without clothing, the household experiences poverty of the most appalling kind. So Thor's role in aiding the harvest speaks to a deeply primal survival instinct, which also accounts for why he was extremely popular amongst the common people, because they were far more vulnerable to the ups and downs and changes of fortune and the vagaries of the weather, and whether the crop failed or whether it was successful. They did not have the same kind of insulation as what the aristocracy would have had. So that's one reason. Next is the idea of protecting the household. Mjolnir was a weapon, and in myth, Thor did use it to defend people from humans and giants alike. Also, this brings up the third basic human need, which is the need for shelter, especially in inhospitable climates with severe winters, which is what the Norse and Germanic peoples were extremely familiar with. Now, once the shelter is built, the next order of business is ensuring that it is maintained and defended when under threat. It's a very serious responsibility to protect the home when under physical attack, and it's not a situation that anyone wants to find themselves in, but it can and it does happen, and we need to have the courage and the will to deal with it. Now, Thor has courage in spades, and he can certainly be called upon to aid us in emergencies, to fill us with his spirit, and to lend his strength to our efforts if and when the time comes. Now I'd like to look at how he would bestow fertility. In marriages, Mjolnir was used to both bless and sanctify the union, and it also enhanced the couple's fertility to enable them to start a family. Now, we have a popular trend amongst people who disparage the idea of having children, disparage the idea of marriage, of why do you want to do that and tie yourself down and blah, 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 blah. But here's the reality check that I think our culture has needed for quite a while. All civilization is based upon strong marriages and strong families. Without perpetuating the family itself, without carrying on traditions, culture, beliefs, an entire society collapses in on itself and it dies out. 100% of the time, there are plenty of historical examples that you can look to if you decide to do the research. So this importance of having a family, if you are at all able to, it can't be overstated. And those who do have families, they have a really profound responsibility, not only to teach the children how to survive, how to get ahead in life, and it's also about bestowing upon them values, traditions worth carrying on, and to actively nurture the next custodians of the culture. And this all begins with having the fertility for this to happen to start with. And the fact that Thor is called upon to bless marriages, this really cements his importance to the household and to broader civilization. Part of his power is to help ensure that families can go on. And without families going on, there's just nothing. There's no civilization, no human race, just a lot of empty space. I kind of think it's important, and it really brings it more into the focus about why Thor has had such a significant influence and why he has had such sustained popularity throughout the years. I mean, yes, there are some people who first got interested in him because of Marvel and everything else. But once you actually look at what he was involved in, you see he is so much more than what modern storytelling says, and that has a lot of implications for us. So, short but sweet today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't joined us on Discord yet, you can. The group is called Blackbird's Brew, and there's a link in the description box below. Click that and you can join up. In the meantime, please subscribe, like this channel, and leave a comment for me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.